is no other than Amit Maheshwari. A lot of you may know him and must be dealing with him at some stage. Amit Maheshwari is a visionary and is known as a thought leader in the field of logistics technology. As a founder and CEO of Softlink Global, Amit has made a significant contribution to digitization of the freight and logistics industry across the world. Softlink has always been at the forefront of digital transformation in Indian customs, and even today is responsible for over 70% of customs declarations on ice gate. Softlink is now serving about 4,500 customers in over 50 countries and is an end-to-end ERP system. Amit is known for his futuristic ideas to digitalize and the logistics industry and is able to predict the future quite accurately. So ladies and gentlemen, our last speaker at this session has a crystal ball, so he will tell you your future. Thank you. Amit.
Thank you, Captain, for giving such a nice introduction. And I know I'm the last one, and there's a minister speaking at 6 o'clock, so I have to be brief. No problem. So in this, I'm associated with this industry for over, you can say, more than 30 years now. And I have seen the transformation, right from the old days, typewriters and calculators to stage what we are. During the early stages, in these kind of event, we always have one session. Maybe, 2 days, 3 days, we will have one session which was devoted to computers or technology or digital. And today we have the entire event devoted to digital. So this is the transformation what we are. And this is the importance of technology. And again, I'm really very glad that what I'm seeing in this industry, because 22 years back, I remember during Goa event, from the similar stage, I had said that, this industry has become very, very blue-collared, and the new generation or the new people or the new talent is no longer coming. But I don't know, what I'm seeing now is completely transformed. What we see is the new generation not only coming, but they are very much interested. Probably because of the COVID or digitalization, I don't know what, but exactly the difference in 20 years, completely different. Now coming to the whole journey what we have, it was earlier the computerization, which was nothing but digital documents or whatever bill of entry was there or a shipping bill was there. It started getting printed from the computers or the, instead of typewriter, it became printer. Then it becomes a digitization, where the document become digital. And then now we are in the era of digitalization, where it's an ecosystem. When I see the initiative by this ULIP, it is really, really, really heartening. I've never seen anywhere in the world where the government has taken so much initiative in making, this entire supply chain, entire ecosystem work. So what next? In this presentation, I'm not talking about today, because today we all know my speakers before me, and this is the last session, of today. People have spoken a lot. What is digitization, how important it is, and all this. So I will not like to again speak the same thing. Rather, I will be talking about what is there in next 5 years. What kind of thing we may see in next 5 years. So this is what is the beyond digitizing logistics, which is the, how you go to the next slide? Yeah. So what is the current scenario? The current scenario, what we have in the your logistic industry is highly fragmented. Still, there are so many players, there's so many verticals, there are so many people who are connected with the industry. Then we have inconsistent quality of data. Data is the biggest problem because logistic, in addition to the moving the goods, it's the data is also moving from one place to another. Then we have the multiple stakeholder, multiple players. We have lack of trust. People don't share data with each other. We have security problems. We have cross platforms. There are so many softwares which are there or running on a different system, different platforms. So this is what is the current challenge. Now, how we overcome this challenge? Yes, the ULIP kind of platform can help to talk to each other. But again, consuming of the data, sending the data is easier, but consuming the data in a disparate system is again a difficult task because it needs to be mapped to your own databases. So what is the solution? According to me, 5 years from now, or maybe, I may be wrong also, 5 years from now, I propose, why don't we create an information highway on which the data flows. The data is, because it's the same piece of cargo. Now, if this is the cargo which moves from this place to another, so what it is, everybody knows the detail about it. What it is dimension, how much is the weight, what is the value. This is the same data which is moving from one system to another, right from the shipper to the freight forwarder or to the transporter or to the custom broker or to the, your carrier, customs, everybody involved at the one end, the other end, everybody requires the same data. So now, why can't we have this data in one layer? So this is what is the today's situation. There are various players who are talking among each other. Why can't we have a data layer, a simple data layer, simple data set, which is carrying all the information is at one place, while everybody consumes. The data is controlled that who requires what. A custom broker requires value, but transporter does not require a value. So the access of the data can be given whatever as per the requirement. What this will achieve? This will achieve a phenomenal improvement in the productivity. Fair competition, where your data is traveling from one other place to another place. Very simple, very easy, no mapping required in your current, in your current system. It is the same data which is moving. You have a performance booster. Obviously, the data is not entered again and again. Same data. You know how many? I think almost 10 to 12 players use the same data. Now, this data can be used by everyone, which is definitely going to boost the performance. Then we have so many papers, so many documents which need to be created. That can be cut off because the data can be trusted. The data is coming from the origin source, which can be trusted. Automation, it goes without saying. Then we have the safer and faster transactions. The transactions can be much faster. So what are the other advantages? Capacity, utilization, because obviously this data is traveling, so your utilization or your usage, everything improves. Then you have the business possibilities. There are many business possibilities which is possible. Network building, lot of things is possible if the data is lying in one layer. Instead of moving, from one place to another, there are multiple systems which is actually carrying the same data. I'm not talking about the, individual commercial information. Individual commercial information can stay in their own systems. But this information about this particular package or a cargo which is moving from here to there, it can be same. It can be at one place. Similar, you have a similar, very same thing. Your security and transparency improves. Your consolidation, your fragmented infrastructure is at one place. So, and again, how much we are going to save in terms of a, carbon footprint. What makes this possible? Now, Internet of Things, IoT devices, which can be connected, this data can be captured automatically. No need for a human intervention. You have a blockchain-based protection, where the blockchain, whatever the data is entered at one place, is consumed by everyone. People can be assured that the data remains constant. There is no change. It remains the same. And then you have an AI-based, your requirements which can be considered. So what we achieve by having this, what I showed you earlier, information highway. This is what is the key, where the data is lying in one layer, and everybody is a consumer of the data, and also the generation of the data. The data he consumes and data he sends. And this data essentially remains very, very same. So this is what actually I was proposing in this my presentation, rather than telling you about the same things, that how the digitalization is going to help, which everybody knows now. I think during COVID, everybody has learned that how important digitalization is. With this, I would like to thank you, all of you, and particularly Mr. Shinde, Mr. Dushyant Bhai, and of course, Shantanu ji, for giving me this chance. Thanks a lot.